Johnny Carson show, Saturday Night Live, David Letterman. How does that impact on being from Jamestown?
It's pretty unrealistic. I add up all the time of the performances, and it's less than 15 minutes on television. So to me, it didn't really feel like we were actually seen by 35, 40 million people. So it affects the people who saw it more than it affects the people who performed on those shows, I think. I end up talking to a lot more people on the street and at the stores and things like that. But that's all right.
So it's easy to get a check cashed anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can walk into all the stores in Jamestown and everyone knows who you are now.
Mm-hmm.
Your videos, you've done 4 or 5 different videos now. And the last one, Like a Weather, the most recent video, is directed by a man who's done some other bands, including Squeeze. Mm-hmm. What was it like to work for the video medium?
Mm-hmm. Well, Adrian Edmondson, the man who directed it, has been involved he's a really popular comedian. He and his wife are both really popular in England. And it's really different to work with another artist from a different medium, even, because he obviously is really acquainted with television and script writing and comedy, which is a really new area for Maniacs. Maniacs are usually extremely serious, so it was really fun, because I didn't expect, when I was making up storyboards in my head for that video, I never imagined that I'd be hanging from the ceiling in a harness or swimming in a tank of water or being led full of chickens. So I think it was really fun to do. We worked 15 hours both days. It was pretty strenuous. I actually had to go to the doctor after I finished that video.
Why was that?
I sprained my knee, I dislocated my neck, and I was walking around the electro office like this, and I convinced someone to send me to a chiropractor.
On the music of the band, your particular style, your vocals have been compared to people like Joni Mitchell, Suzanne Vega,
Jenny, Yoko Ono, Annabella Lewin.
Yeah, people like to cubbyhole everyone and to pigeonhole you into a particular style. Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel? Because I know that 10,000 Maniacs has had a progression of style, mm-hmm. actually, to where you are now. How does being pigeonholed into a particular folk rock genre make you feel?
Well, it seems to me that some of our music does apply to that category. We actually worked with sort of one of the biggest producers of folk rock music, Joe Boyd, who practically invented the genre. So we don't deny our roots at all, but we've also expanded beyond that a lot. I don't think My Mother the War is the type of song that Fairport Convention ever could have even conceived of, let alone performed and recorded. I have a lot of respect for Sandy Denny. I don't have that much respect for a lot of the people that have been compared to. And then I feel a little bit as if the critics are not being insulting, because they probably value what those people have done, but I don't know, I feel underrated then when I'm compared to, when we're compared to Fleetwood Mac, I sometimes wonder, what are they listening to? I just don't see. There's so many other things to consider when comparing two bands, especially with our band. There's lyrical content, there's a performance that's really different from those groups, and the actual music.
Could be something good has to go.
It's hard to second guess our audiences, because we don't really know who our audience is. It's a really varied group of people. But when we chose Peace Train, it was in a way chosen to counteract our name. We had a lot of trouble getting radio stations to accept that 10,000 Maniacs was a very thoughtful and serious band. They would think, we can't play this album, it's dangerous. And they weren't listening. They were just seeing the label, they were seeing the cover, they were seeing the name, and they were saying, no, we can't play it. So that's what Peace Train was sort of the antidote for that.
Speaking of the name, 10,000 Maniacs.
I always have to speak of the name.
It's obviously a name that has held you back in some ways, as you said, radio stations or airplay. They would look at the name and say, we can't touch that. How did you come about with a name like 10,000 Maniacs?
I should have called herself Surrender Dorothy or something like that. It's the name of a horror film. Well, it's an altered name of a horror film. And the story that I tell everyone now, whether it's true or not, I don't remember, was that we were playing a Halloween show. And actually, in the film, from what I understand, it's a group of northerners who go south, and there's about 5 of them, about the same number in our group, and they're plagued by these zombies who are of this southern town. So maybe that was the justification. I don't know, I didn't make it up.
What's next for the band? Where to now? Obviously the tour, you've got the album out. What do you see as the future of 10,000 Maniacs and Natalie Merchant?
We have an 8-record contract with Elektra. We've done 2, so obviously things are pretty well mapped out.
And if stardom and success should intervene?
We'll just keep touring. If the record does really well, we'll keep it touring.
It's Tony's daughter, Natalie. She's from Jamestown, 10,000 Maniacs. Thank you for being with us on Night Rocks tonight, Natalie.
Thank you. Ciao.